Oh hey, welcome. In this episode of Worship Team that kind of knows what it's doing, we are going to be implementing a congregation mic for our sound system. So the congregation mic is a microphone that is going to be on the stage pointing towards the congregation during worship. And the purpose is not to amplify the congregation through the sound system, but it's to be able to, one, record the congregation, especially for post-production reasons. You know, it might make a lot more sense. The mix will sound a lot more natural, a lot more live having a congregation mic so we can hear them singing. But one of the biggest reasons why we want to do this is for the sake of our in-ear monitor mix, so that as musicians we can have a little bit more air in our mix, we can hear the congregation singing and engaging in worship. So here is the mic stand that we've got. So here we've got a simple tripod mic stand, and then I gotta find the mic. Where did I put? So here's an unboxing of the Audio-Technica AT875R. It is a shotgun microphone. Here's what you get in the box. Oh, you get some paper. Oh. You've got a little baggie. And then of course, we've got the microphone. We got quite the little light show going on. What's going on up there? And here we are. Don't really need a windscreen, but I might as well keep it on. Here, get a close up. So the thing about shotgun microphones is they accept sound from like one direction, one very narrow direction. They reject sound from the sides and from the back. So the band is gonna be back here, speakers are gonna be back here, congregation's out there. We want just that sound. So that's why this is a good microphone for this purpose. This was one of the least expensive yet good quality microphones I found for shotgun mics. This was around 150 bucks, and we'll give it a try. So what I'm gonna do is I'll get this set up and plugged in, and then I think what we're gonna do, and we might experiment with different positionings, but I think we're gonna start with putting this tripod here down in front of the stage. So then I feel like it's, you know, as far away as it can be from the speakers, which are producing a lot of sound. We wanna keep this mic away from them. And we'll just mount this guy right here. If someone stands right here, we'll hear probably too much of them. So ideally, it would be great if we had like hanging congregation mics, but this isn't our space. We can't do that. If this doesn't work, if I don't like this sound very much, then I think what I could do is just put it up on the side of the stage, even beside a speaker, and then just have it like this. So it's gonna be not super close up to just like one person. You know, I think that's my only concern about placing it down here in the middle. So here's a clip that came with it. So this guy, you know, clips on nice and easy, simple mic. And then, you know, I'm kind of tempted because we actually, now that I think about it, notice our room's a little lopsided. We put a wall over there, so we kind of have the central mass of people is usually actually right here because we have a lot of people there too. So maybe I'll just put it right there for now, and we'll plug it into the snake. So I have a separate, you know, channel on my stage box dedicated to it, and we'll test it here. And then if for some reason we don't like that sound, then maybe I'll move it back to the center and we'll see how it goes. But I'd love to hear your guys' input. Where do you put your congregation mics at your church? How do you set them up? So next I need a mic cable. So I've got my handy dandy mic cable spool. And then I've got my input back down here in my stage box labeled congregation. So go ahead, have this guy here. Let's go to the sound console. Okay, so we're back at the sound console. I'm gonna go to the right input here. I'm gonna record the multi-track right now. So Luke, can you go in like the third row, Luke, and just like kind of, you know, sing or talk towards that mic?
Hello, tis I up here in the third row, just talking.
Yeah, keep talking. I'm gonna monitor, see what it sounds like here.
All right, cool. So this is me talking from the third row into our shotgun mic. So yeah, I think it works decently, I'd say. So yeah, good third row test. It's a shotgun mic. Don't know too much about those. Super useful for your overhead microphones though. I'll say that much is true. There's also a shotgun microphone on the top of the camera used to record this video, which is,
yeah, so we really won't know until the service, like how much we have to gain that up. So it's kind of hard. We can't, because people aren't in here to start singing yet. So we'll see. I'll put it a little bit lower gain than what I think it needs to be. You don't want to, as a musician with a congregation mic, I made the mistake before at another church I played at where the volume was too loud, and I was like, why does my mix sound so horrible? It was because the congregation mics were so loud, so it was just like picking up the PA sound and lots of room noise, and it just didn't sound good at all. So I think that's about all we can do for now.
You are good, you're good. Oh, you are good. You're good. Oh, you are good. You're good.
Okay, so it's post-service now. After the first time we used that congregation mic, I wish I would have installed this thing a long time ago. I never really had a huge issue with feeling super isolated, you know, from this congregation, but it has helped a ton, especially those in-between moments between the songs. Like, I didn't have to take my ears out. I could, like, you know, talk to the congregation. I feel like I could hear them responding, and then also I could just hear them singing. So I actually recorded my in-ear mix. We're gonna play you guys some examples, and you're gonna see my phone screen as well. So you're gonna hear my in-ear mix with the congregation mic, and without it, we'll label it appropriately. So you're actually gonna be able to hear the difference as well.
Verse.
And on that day when my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time has come. Still my soul will sing your praise unending. 10,000 years and then forevermore.
Build.
Forevermore.
Chorus. All in.
So I highly recommend, if your band is super hesitant about in-ears because they're like, oh, I feel too isolated from the room, then get this mic and set it up on a stand, point it at the congregation. It really even helps. It just adds in that space into your mix. It's almost like adding reverb into your mix. You can actually hear the room noise. I even had it cranked up quite a bit. The first set I had it lower, and then the second set I moved it up higher to about unity, and it was awesome. Like, I feel like it sounded great. It wasn't too cluttery, and then I just felt like I had this really nice space added to my mix, even on a mono in-ear mix. Eventually I'll probably have a stereo mix as well. So highly, highly recommend, if you don't have a congregation mic, get it set up. Don't put it off forever like we did. We're definitely gonna keep this guy set up for the foreseeable future, and especially when we do more work with post-production and capturing worship and sharing it online, maybe we wanna stream our music online, it's gonna be super helpful to just make it sound like a live venue rather than just being kind of like a studio recording with no congregation. So as always, if you want a list of all of our recommended gear, check out the Worship Ministry Toolkit linked below the video. We'll also link this specific microphone and stand that we got below the video as well, so you can pick up one for yourself. And check out Worship Leader School if you want more help just building your worship ministry, implementing the latest tech. We'll put a URL for that below as well. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, share it with your friends in worship ministry, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on our latest videos to help grow yourself and grow your church.